I'm in.
Yes.
I'm in. I'm standing right next
Okay.
to Chicken.
And the Joker.
And right next to Ginger. Is that the Joker? Oh,
Yeah,
that is the Joker. Hey.
that's the Joker.
You could start
With
now.
wings.
Alright, hello everyone. Welcome to episode
Hello!
Goodbye.
We're everyone. There's no one else here but me and Ghost.
Look at all these other
Us,
people.
right?
Look, there's other people.
Oh, they
Look,
can't hear
Joker
us.
made
The
it with
Joker
us.
can't hear us.
Maybe
You
he
don't
can.
know what you don't know the Joker.
He's too narcissistic. He's not
Maybe
paying
we're
attention to
all
us.
under his laughing gas right now. We don't even know.
Oh.
Yeah,
I feel like I am. I feel like I'm under.
and he's gonna be doing a
Well,
few
you
more
didn't-
runs.
Boy, I paid my materials, you dumb bastard. Sorry, but
Ain't free.
it was my materials. You didn't spend anything, weirdo.
Welcome to episode 9 of What the Cluck. I changed the intro every single time. I should probably just record
Write
Keep it
something down?
consistent.
or write
Yeah.
something down.
Well, where's the fun in
That's
that?
too professional.
I don't play
You gotta
this
start.
game.
You can at least write down a general idea of what you might want to say.
Yeah. This is a podcast where we talk about whatever we want, but mostly gaming stuff. I am joined by the glorious cast of
Glorious.
Trixie.
We've been promoted to glorious instead of just
It's
the
so
usual.
And Ghost.
Hello. That'd be my name. We're very correct.
Oh,
And
hello everyone. We're back.
we are back.
Short
Yeah,
hiatus.
it's been like a whole week since we last made one.
Yeah.
I know, like forever ago.
Oh my gosh, so
Yeah,
long.
it's such a long time ago.
No idea what you guys have been up to.
I think you know what I think you know what Chicken's been up to.
No idea what that guy's been up to.
No clue.
No
No?
clue. No clue.
No clue?
Absolutely
Okay.
none.
Yeah.
What has that guy been doing?
So on that note, since Ghost is the only mystery one for us, let's start with you and what have you been up to?
I've been playing Sekiro.
Yeah?
And beating it?
Yeah, I beat it yesterday.
Nice.
Nice.
Was it
Kinda beat it
everything
Makes
you
two of
hoped
us.
it was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should've did the other ending first, but you know. Didn't know.
Yeah. You're
How do
already
you choose
going.
which ending you're gonna get?
The choice you make near the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
with your
It tells
father.
you like you
Yeah,
Okay.
you just pick a different option.
Okay.
Yeah, you either side with
I'll
your
never
father
make
or
it to
you
the
don't.
end, so
Yeah,
I
you
don't
side
know
with
how this
the
works.
weird little the weird. Is that a girl or a boy?
I want to say it's a boy, but I have no clue.
Sure.
It's
Let's say
Japanese,
the divine
so-
heir. You side with the divine heir, or you side with your father. I sided with the father, and
I'm frozen.
so I kind of.
I'm
Yeah.
frozen. Okay.
It's pretty cold, isn't it? But I've been playing some PSO. Finally hit level 40.
Woo!
Woohoo! Welcome to the club.
Yeah, and that's until they change the level cap again.
Hmm.
I'll have to get those levels again.
Yep. Same.
Yeah.
No.
Looking
thing.
forward to that.
Yeah.
Tired of having to play
same.
and level up. Oh, can't we
God,
just be
stop
done with this
giving
game
us
already?
free content.
Stop with the
No.
content already!
I just feel like every time I catch a level cap, it's always just another level cap.
Yeah.
So I can't ever just stay on top of it.
Yeah. And you don't ever really get to enjoy the gear because, like, they've raised the level cap, but now your gear is obsolete.
Yeah, your
Mhm.
gear is 10 times worse than what they've just given you.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's why I
mean,
don't
I
like to
appreciate-
play a game when it first comes out. I wait a while until they've added some cool shit, and then
That's why
jump
I like
in
base
and get the
PSO 2
best of
for a
the
while, because
best.
for the longest time, that max level stayed, a lot of my gear kind of stayed relevant for the longest time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hate wasting Meseta and time on leveling up stuff that's just going to become obsolete in
You
about
just mean now you
2
gotta
months.
kiss me.
Mhm.
But yeah, base PSO2 is probably still my favorite version of PSO2 because of my favorite class. God, I miss Summoner. I will
Someday.
never see.
Someday.
I will never see that class again. But I haven't really. That's about it. I've been playing some
Okay.
Fallout New Vegas here and there.
Yeah.
My PC.
Nice. Nice. Beating it for the 500th time.
Yeah.
Good times. Good times.
I'm
Never
playing
gets
with
old.
mods, so it's a little less boring.
Oh,
Less
true.
repetitive.
True.
A lot of new stuff to deal with.
Yeah.
But yeah, nothing really new being played. Started watching The Simpsons.
So, what made
Yeah.
you want to start watching The Simpsons?
I'm using my mother's account for Disney Plus, so I figured I'd start watching it. I've never actually watched all the episodes of the show. Figured
Okay.
now would be the time to do it.
So you're just sort of like binge watching it while you play?
Yeah.
Heal, heal.
And so,
Oh,
like,
hello.
where would you
Oh,
rank
God.
that, like, in the adult animation ranking?
I'd rate are we doing like a score system here, or like in
Yeah.
a position?
Uh,
I'd give it.
Oh.
yeah,
What's the score out of?
Score, like, 1 out of 10.
I'd give it an 8,
8? Okay.
mainly for the Halloween episodes. Really
The
well.
Halloween episodes are the best.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Treehouse of
They're
Horror.
really the only ones I watched for the longest time. Because everything else was just kind of repetition.
Oh, I
Simple.
remember us watching Simpsons, like, all the time. Almost every day.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, when I was younger, like in junior high or whenever it, first came out, I watched it all the time, like religiously. Never missed an episode. And then it kind of got old. I didn't really care about it, but it
I
was
don't like the
still
newer
fun.
seasons of the show. I've seen a few episodes of it, and it's just kind of subpar.
I probably haven't watched it in like 15, nearly 20 years.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah.
The Simpsons and Family Guy crossover was the last time I watched The Simpsons.
Yeah, no, that was funny.
That was good. Yeah, I
stuff.
like that.
Yeah. So anything else?
No, not really.
No?
Finished up Archer.
Yeah? You like that?
Yeah. Yeah, I liked it.
I wish we could finish Archer.
We will. We will.
I
You
don't
say
think that
that,
magical day exists.
It's coming.
You're gonna keep
will.
putting it off. The night
I
magical
just-
day does come. You're gonna say, "Well, I don't feel it today."
Maybe after our little mini vacation or during our little mini vacation.
Ooh, a mini vacation.
Maybe. Maybe.
Taking a little week off and
Yeah.
go spend some time in the water.
Le water. Where you going?
Going to New Braunfels, Mal. Staying
Yeah.
at this little resort base there.
Nice.
And tied to Schlitterbahn, but not exactly. Like it's kind of separate from Schlitterbahn, like across from Schlitterbahn, sort of,
Yeah.
and sort of affiliated.
Sort of.
Separate. Sort of.
Sorta. But that's enough about me. Cause I think you're probably gonna go for both of you anyways, unless your mother's something different she's watching.
Yeah.
You're generally playing the same exact thing.
What you been up to?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Anything different than what
Everything.
you two have been doing?
Playing still a little Apex here and there. A little bit of PSO and GS.
I wish Eel was here.
A tiny bit of Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Eel.
And for the last several days, nothing but Tiny Tina.
So, real question I need to ask you is, what do you both think of that game? So, little minor segment there going.
Trixie, you want to answer this first?
Well, I like it.
You like it?
It's different. It's a little bit different. I mean, it's still Borderlands, pretty much, Borderlands themed.
Mm-hmm.
It's not quite as imaginative as the DLC was.
Oh, they can compare it to Assault on Dragon Keep, though.
It's...
How would you rate it on a
know how to
scale
describe
from
it.
1 to 10? Who like that?
Huh. I would give it a strong 7, possibly an 8.
Okay.
Because it's there's still some things that have never really been addressed on it, like the vending machines. Like, there's really no point to those vending machines. You never get anything good out of there. Not nearly as good as anything that you'll find by, completing the missions or just playing the missions. So I really wish they would fix that. I wish every once in a while you would find something so spectacular that, maybe you don't get as much cool loot when you complete a mission or, kill enemies for a bit after you have the opportunity to find something amazing in the vending machines. So, like, I don't know. I can't help but try to, sell weapons and gather up all this money, kind of squirreling away all this money, but for no reason. What am I going to spend it on? There's really no reason to do it.
You can
Well, that
spend
always
on
was
the
in Border.
SDUs.
That's true.
Huh?
Get some storage deck
SDUs.
upgrades.
Yeah. Ammo capacity, backpack.
Well, and that's the other thing on here. A lot of that is unnecessary because I never run out of ammo except for that rocket launcher that I picked up.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Which I
that
don't really
depends
use.
on what kind
It's not terribly
of build
accurate.
you're going for, which I think most people are probably going spells since that's the most new thing.
Yeah, it's the latest and greatest, and it is fun, and it makes the guns almost unnecessary. Well, not necessarily unnecessary, but little used, and so you don't really. And the ammo is so abundant that you don't really need to spend anything on ammo, and you don't really need to upgrade your ammo capacities and stuff. So
Yeah.
they made a lot of things obsolete for the most part. But the characters are fun. I love the characters. I love the D&D theme. I mean, that just makes me so happy.
Yeah.
The comedy is still there. The storyline is still there. The characters are interesting and silly, and yeah, comments are funny. Names of the NPCs are, and
Peasant-ass peasant.
Yeah, peasant-ass peasant. And that one, herpaderp looking chick on the dock that I'm just like, if you just stop to look around at people, you're just like, the way they're dressed or the expressions on their faces, or, if you're listening in on their conversations and stuff, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's entertaining. It is.
So, do you
you
like it more than Borderlands?
3.
Well, just the regular Borderlands, like, as far as, like...
Yeah, that's true. Just Borderlands in general. I guess you better way to put that one.
More.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe a little bit, because they did kind of also improve on some things to me because of the changes. They made some things obsolete, or because of the way they do things, some things are obsolete. But because of those changes as well, you don't have I don't have storage space issues at all. I mean, really, I'm able to keep up with everything and keep things cleaned out and get things sold off, and that only keeping what I need to use and what I really want to use. You're not getting a bunch of gear that you can't use yet. I mean, I have that one item now, but
Yeah.
I'm not just, holding onto a bunch of crap that I may never get around to using. Like, oh, I gotta wait till I'm high enough level. But by the time you get to that level, you've found like 50 things that are better than the first thing that you found. And it's like, well, why did I hang on to this? And it just clutters up your inventory. So they've improved on that because of the way they're doing things.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really good. It's interesting, and it gives you. I like the the missions that you go on and the play style of Borderlands, and then I can't remember what it's called, but the little third person world where you go around
Yeah,
and it's
the
kind of like
overworld.
Zelda or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
I kind of like that, how they kind of broke things up and made it less monotonous.
Yeah.
It's still very much Borderlands, but it's less, I don't know, monotonous, I guess would be the best way to describe it. Where you're just doing the same things over and over and over again. You always go back to the same place and doing the same stuff, and
Yeah.
then you just go out and do missions, and then you come back and do the same stuff that you always do. Yeah, it's better the way they kind of mixed it up a little bit.
Okay.
And there's loot all over the freaking place.
Well, that's always a staple.
I like how the yeah, I like how the chests whinny at you when you open them. It's like a screaming horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little frightening but fun.
Yeah, I figured you liked that because you always like those screaming chests for Halloween.
Yeah, always cracked me up. I loved opening chests for Halloween. It was like my favorite thing to do. I just want the chest to scream at me. It's so great. Yeah, so it's definitely up there.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm enjoying it, and I love Tiny Tina. She just cracks me up.
Yeah.
I just love everything about her. I feel like she doesn't like maybe they changed writers or something, and maybe her demeanor is somewhat changed or something. I don't know. There's something just slightly off, but she's still adorable and silly and goofy.
Yeah. I think she's always been my favorite character
Mm-hmm.
since she was introduced, I guess.
Yeah, I think she has to be maybe my favorite. I don't know. It might be a toss between her and what's her name, Ellie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because that lady, she's, she just cracks me up. Like
Yeah.
she has no shame, and she will flirt with everybody, and it just makes everybody so uncomfortable and
Yeah.
so great. But yeah, that's my take on it.
Okay.
Chicken, what you got?
Um. Yeah. I mean, I'm really enjoying it. I've got two different characters at the moment,
Mm-hmm.
and each play a little bit differently from the other. I've got like a melee build that I'm going for on one, and then a spell build on another. Uh, so yeah, that those two different play styles, it's cool because Borderlands has always had like a big build diversity. Like most games, everybody uses like the same build because there's just like one build that's just, like god tier. You know,
Mm-hmm.
everybody
Yeah.
has to have it, or you don't do anything at all.
Right.
And so I've always liked their games for having this huge build diversity. And so I like that they've kept that, and I like the spells. The spells are really cool. Like I'm always getting new spells and trying them out, and some of them are like really really weird, but they're cool because they're so unique. Like you've never seen that spell in any other game before.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Some of them are a little OP.
yeah,
Like you just feel like you demolished something that you didn't need to try so hard on. It's like, oh my
Yeah.
god, but it's amazing. So great.
Um, I like the world. I like the fantasy setting. Um, that's what I really liked about the expansion of Borderlands 2 was that we weren't just on, the same Pandora that we've seen a million times, and you got your desert, and I know that they added some green in there, but
Mm-hmm.
the visuals with the fantasy world, everything's so bright, so colorful, and like you sort of just want to stop and look around all the time. Um, so like as far as ranking, I'd probably like score wise, I'd probably give it an 8 too. Um, just because it does have some issues, and my issues are more on the technical side. Because like the shop, I don't really care about the shop. I've never used the shop in any of their games, and I hardly ever use the shop in any game.
I
But
feel like if it's there, it should be usable. That's
well,
all.
see,
Like,
I
why
see
have
it
it
if
if you
the
can't
if
get
the
anything
shop
good
is
out of it?
so good, then why would you ever actually?
Well, no, it should just every once in a while you want to check it to see if there's anything worth a flip in
Well,
there. There
eventually
should be
there will be
something.
legendaries in there. Like I said, once we get to the end game, there will be legendaries.
Oh my god, by then I won't even bother checking. I'll be like, screw it all. We've already found everything I need to find.
Yeah, you'll have gotten
Yeah.
every legendary by
I've,
then.
I've gotten things that make me happy. Like, it would have to be something pretty freaking amazing,
There
for me to
might be.
want to spend money on it,
There might
I
be.
think. I could be wrong.
Well, you never know.
Yeah, you
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I really don't. I know nothing.
We gotta make it to the end
Till I get
find out.
there.
So yeah, my issues are more on the technical side. I should not have my Xbox being shut down if I fall into water. That's my biggest
Yeah.
gripe right there. They fixed that, and I mean that the game probably goes up another point. But there's just little things. The disconnects we were having yesterday. Um, the
So frustrating.
I've had it lock up sometimes whenever I go to like the start screen, and it won't let me resume or quit or anything. So those things are really the only things that I've seen so far. Everything else is pretty solid as far as I can tell. Um, and I like being able to create your own character. I think that's cool, even though it's a first-person game. Um,
Yeah, there's a lot of customization on there that
it
I feel
has a
like it
lot.
doesn't really need. It's because you can't see yourself. It's like, of course, then when you get the statue, I guess you can
Yeah.
admire yourself.
And I mean, you'll be going into the inventory screen all the time and seeing your character and whatnot.
Yeah, I
Um,
suppose.
but yeah, I like the character customization, even though it's a first-person game. Uh, the overworld is cool. I like walking around that, um, doing their little quests and going into all these little dungeons and things. The writing for the characters, they're all written pretty well. Like I don't think I've met a character on there where I was like, I hate this character.
Yeah, this character's stupid.
Yeah. I think they've done a really good job, at least as far as I've gone so far, of writing really good characters. Um, and yeah, I think that's about all I have to say about it at the moment. Um, like I would say it's definitely not my game of the year. That's definitely going to Elden Ring. But
Yeah.
Are you sure it's not GTA
oh
Remastered?
god.
Like that one dude said.
Really? Somebody said that?
Definitely.
Yeah, it's on a review for the game. Someone said it's the game of the year.
Yeek.
A little cringy, but
Very.
But I think it, it could maybe be nominated depending on what else comes out this year. Um, and
That would be great to
possibly
get a
win awards
nomination.
for something else. Maybe for character writing or whatever categories they
Trixie,
Get an
have.
come over
award for
here.
actually functioning
Oh,
on
there you are.
release,
And that's chicken over there then.
which is so rare.
Actually, I should probably go make some food.
Yeah, hardly any games actually launch and are playable. Um, and yeah, I think that is it for what I can say about that.
Alright, we can get back to the topic at hand. Trixie, what is it
Hmm?
you've been watching or playing? Anything else besides those games you already listed?
No, I don't think we've really played anything else. Yeah, it's pretty much been. I think we played a little bit of Overwatch with
a
somebody.
little bit, yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
How'd that
Just to
go?
see how the three of us did as a team. It was all right. It was all right. We have
Yeah.
different goals. Some are in it for the kills, and some are in it to actually, win. And so that made us not as good a team, but we still did all right. It was still fun.
Yeah.
Fun playing. But I'm a total mayhem kind of gal, so anything other than that is not going to be as enjoyable. But it's still fun.
Yeah.
And then as far as watching, I'm watching a lot of Rick and Morty. We've been watching mostly the spinoff from Big Mouth. What is it?
Human resources.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. There's some off the wall episodes where I'm just like, I'm not even sure what I just watched right there. Um, but it's pretty good. It's pretty funny.
Do you like
Not
that
as good
more
as
than
Big
Big Mouth?
Mouth.
Okay.
No, I definitely don't. Big Mouth was the best. Um, just maybe because I could relate more. I don't know.
Yeah.
This human resources is it's a funny concept, but I don't think they quite did it as well as maybe they could have. I think maybe the angle they're trying to take with it is maybe a little off, so it's not as good as I think it could be. Not as good as Big Mouth. I
Okay.
think it has the potential. But other than that, what else have we watched? I've been watching Good Girls while I cook. Even though I'm pretty sure I watched the last season already, but now I'm rewatching it because apparently I don't remember a lot of it. There's like little bits here and there. I'm like, I remember that this happened. I thought that guy died, and all this other stuff. Um,
And they are in fact not good girls, right?
they are well, they're trying to be, but they're doing the best they can with the situation at hand. They have to do
Okay.
bad things to keep their family going, but yeah, they are. mm, they're going about things the wrong way all the time.
All the
Yeah, they get these harebrained ideas and wind up just screwing things up.
time.
Instead of just getting the hell out. They're looking for the thrill, really. They're enjoying the thrill.
Ah.
Mm, I think that's about it.
Okay.
Yeah. Just rewatching, a lot of what Impractical Jokers and Boondocks and
Yeah.
what do we have Billy and Mandy on? Grim
Yeah.
Adventures of Billy and Mandy on today.
Yep.
Just for shits and giggles, for old time's sake.
Because why not?
Because why not, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we're not going to find anybody.
Doesn't look like.
Yeah, nobody wants to play with us.
Nope.
Even the
Alright.
Joker left.
Yeah.
Guess we can go do an area. One of the level 3 areas.
What do we have on our
What's our daily
task? Yeah, task list here.
Banford?
Vanford
Lab.
Lab.
Alright, let's go. Is that it, Trixie?
I believe so. I'm sure Chicken will have some other stuff that he remembers that I don't.
Chicken? Anything you can fill in the gaps anywhere?
I do not. I have not
Oh.
watched anything or played anything other than what you have watched and played.
You haven't? I thought you played some other stuff.
No?
Didn't you and Ghost play something this week? For something?
No.
Maybe you were helping with something. Or maybe it was...
I was talking him through, like, Sekiro a little bit.
Yeah.
I thought you got on and helped somebody. Maybe it was the Elden Ring guy, but you were doing something else with, or maybe it was.
Yeah,
no,
that
I've
guy.
only played Overwatch with him. What we mentioned.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't remember.
No, I haven't played anything different.
I mean, you still gotta play that. Gotta finish the budget games. I mean, you started.
Yeah. You said you wanted
Resident...
to start Dead Space 3 at one point.
Yeah, I still
We
have it
never got
downloaded.
to that.
We still gotta finish Resident Evil 5.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
We can go from there.
Yeah, I mean, the only other things that I watch is YouTube. You know, I watch Actman, Young Yeah, Angry Joe, Indie Mouse. He put out a Elden Ring video.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Gonna be a 3-parter at least, he said.
What, he's, like going all the way to the end?
Yeah, it's like his playthrough videos, but the game's so long that he's gotta split it. Normally he fits it all into one video.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's kind of the only different thing that I've been watching. Yeah. Alright. So, y'all ready to get into our topics?
Yeah,
Let's
we've
get
been
into
talking
some
about other things for
topics.
quite a while.
We've touched on some of the topics already.
Yeah, a little
Did
bit.
we?
Well, I mean, we discussed Tiny Tina.
Tiny Tina. Yeah.
That was one of the topics?
Yep.
That was one of the topics, yeah.
Okay.
So,
If you bothered
I
to check out the
I figured I'd
outline.
squeeze it in the moment you said it, though. We'd talk about it.
Yeah, it might as well.
Then-
You know, it
Yeah.
doesn't have to go in any particular order.
yeah,
Who's gonna care, anyways?
right?
Nobody. Nobody.
It gives them this information if they want to buy the game or not.
I know we were supposed to talk about that until like the fourth subject.
We're gonna
God
talk
damn it.
about it
I
later.
wasn't prepared.
Yeah.
Well, it's game over. Podcast ends here. No more new episodes. We went out of order.
Yep.
Damn it.
Gonna have to end it. Cancelled.
Yep.
They're canceled.
At the throat of this podcast.
So we're gonna go with a couple of smaller things, and then we'll finish on a bigger thing.
Go,
okay.
mama.
Okay. I got the little things first.
So Witcher 4 was announced, so we've all played Witcher 4,
What? That's not
right?
a little thing? No, I'm just kidding.
We
I haven't played much of The Witcher, though.
I never finished it. I just restarted it
I
half a dozen
never
times.
finished it.
The game's really long. It's a
Yeah,
good game, though.
it is
It's a good game, yeah.
It's well made.
So
You know, watching the second season of The Witcher on Netflix did not make me want to pick up the game again.
no,
The first season made me want to play the game. I was
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, let's
which
get
we
back into
did.
this.
We started playing it
And
again.
Yeah, I played it for a good bit.
Yeah,
I may have even gotten farther than I did the time before.
yeah.
But yeah, the second season did not inspire me.
I
to
need to look
play
my
the game.
subclasses, but I can't.
It was okay. It was good, but definitely nowhere near as good as the first season, and uninspiring.
Well, so knowing that we all enjoyed The Witcher 3, would y'all be excited for Witcher 4, or has Cyberpunk?
I'll be hesitant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely put some doubt in my mind for their capabilities and where they're headed. I know
Yeah.
what they're capable of, but
They're
I see
capable
where
of making a good game, but
I
Cyberpunk
see
kind
where they're
of really
going.
showed. Then again, that was kind of a mixture of things. Though.
Which
I don't know.
we didn't play Witcher 3 whenever it first came out, but apparently that wasn't great whenever it first came out. Like, it was
True, yeah.
extremely buggy. And supposedly Cyberpunk is sort of coming back around. It's mostly positive on Steam now.
Mostly.
Yeah, see, we both heard the same thing.
Wow.
Well, it
That's
used to
actually a
just
big-
be
that's actually a big
overwhelmingly
surprise.
negative, and it is now mostly positive. So
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just surprised that it finally was able to get back up in popularity. I remember when that game first came out, it was a big hyped moment.
yeah. So people are liking it now, enjoying their time with it. I haven't hopped back on it. I probably should, just to check it out,
Mm-hmm.
but I haven't done that yet.
Slacker, you've had all week. What are you
Yeah,
doing?
had all week.
But Tiny Tina, no, Elden Ring.
Right?
Right, and work.
And work.
Can work.
Been pretty
Putting up
busy.
a freaking fence. Um,
Freaking fences! God.
I heard about that. That sounded like air quotes around fun.
oh
It
yeah.
was a nightmare.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Best thing to do all day. It's
So
what
hot.
you wanted to do.
So hot, literally.
So hot out there. Not in a good
this
way.
is the
Not
worst
in a
time of
good
year.
way.
They couldn't have had you put up a fence earlier, like during the winter time still.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather maybe.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, working with metal and
At least you'd
frozen
be able
Put
to
fingers.
wear a
gloves on.
jacket.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, we're putting some gloves.
My lips would have been just as chapped either way. God, it was so
Yeah, but we would be dying
windburn.
from like dehydration. Crap.
Yeah.
You'd be dying from hypothermia.
Right.
Put
Totally different
on
answers.
enough layers, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Um,
That's all it takes.
but also with the Witcher 4 news, it has been confirmed that it will be made on Unreal 5 instead of their usual engine.
That gives
Isn't
me
that the
some
newest? Isn't that the newest version of
hope.
Unreal?
Yeah.
Yes.
The
You know, I
latest
mean,
and
like the engine
greatest.
that Bethesda should be using now
Yeah.
Mm,
instead of their dinosaur engine.
Bethesda should just go jump off a cliff.
So
Hold up.
hopefully that's
That's not. We're done with that episode. We already got that. We already got that out
I
there.
know. It's just a sore spot for me.
so hopefully
It
them
should be a sore
switching
spot
to
for me because I
Unreal.
love their games a lot, and I feel a little betrayed. Then again, I don't feel
Yeah.
betrayed. I felt
See, it's
like
a sore spot.
my thoughts were
We can't move on
validated.
from it.
Nobody can move on.
No,
No.
they
So
kind,
horrible.
especially when they keep trying to push their newest game. It's kind of hard to
Yeah.
push past it.
No, it's just
Starfield.
nothing but a bitter taste, like vomit in your mouth, Just every time Todd Coward speaks, it's just nothing but vomit.
What did we call him? Howard? There you go.
I call him
Towered.
Coward.
Todd Towered.
um. So yeah, hopefully them switching to Unreal 5 is a good thing.
Hopefully, it
Mhm.
won't get pushed out too quickly.
It should make things easier to develop. We'll have the tools.
All
Although,
they got to do is not make false promises. Don't make promises you have no intention of keeping.
yeah,
If you're going to say this is, it'll be ready when it's ready, like you're not going to release it until it's ready.
yeah, then don't
Don't make
actually
that
release
promise and
until
then
it's ready.
fucking throw out garbage
Yeah,
that isn't ready. Just don't lie to people.
Yeah.
If you're not sure, don't say anything. Just fucking keep your mouth shut and be like, yeah, we're working on it. Yeah, we have no other details for you, but yeah, it's a project that we are currently working on, and that's it.
yeah.
That's it. I have no expectations, good or bad. I'm just like, well, we'll see. We'll see what actually pops up.
See, one of the things I find interesting is that they had just done their engine or built a new engine or something like that just for Cyberpunk. So it is a
Right.
little strange that they did all that work and then now they're like, yeah, we're not even going to use that. We're just going to
Well, because
use.
I think they realized it was Cyberpunk, and they couldn't get it
Yeah,
functioning
maybe
properly.
because their engine is just so screwy that
Mm-hmm.
they've just realized, yeah, we have to go with something that's already functional.
Yeah, they thought they could compete. They could come up with something as good as Unreal 5, and realize no, we
Which
just
I
need
mean,
to
their
let
engine's
it go.
good. Like it graphically, it is really good.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I think it's missing maybe some of the tools that they need to develop. And maybe this is just temporary. Like this is just for the next game, and they'll be working on their engine and getting that set up for the game after
Sure.
this.
Hey, that would be great if they can come out with something, to compete and that's just as cool as Unreal or cooler.
Yeah.
That would be
Mhm.
awesome to have some other options out there,
Mhm.
Like, well, we can do it with this or we can do it with that, and
Yeah.
just depending on the game. To get that variety.
Another little thing with this, there's rumors going around that uh, you will not be playing as Geralt, you will be playing as Ciri. I'm not sure
Okay.
how I feel about that
Hey
because
Siri,
Geralt
how's the
is
weather?
Mm,
such
yeah,
a
Geralt's the cool one.
yeah, he's this cool badass that you've been playing as.
He's the main character of the series. It's kind of weird to not have
Well,
him there.
is it the evolution of Ciri, like where she's now actually a
Yeah,
Witcher
well, because
and
this
she's
will
pretty
be the
badass
game
and
after Witcher 3,
okay,
which
so
you
it's
already get
just
to play as her a
basically
little bit in the Witcher 3
yeah, but
because she's
she's
already somewhat of
still
a
a noob.
badass there.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's still learning her powers, but I feel like this is supposed to be like her with her powers, probably. Like, I mean, obviously you'll start out weak as you always do. It's a video game. You gotta start out weak and grow as you go. But
I just want to see her mature to the level that Geralt is at, where she's not,
And
making
she grows a
stupid
beard.
decisions. No, yeah, she grows a beard. Get that
Grows a
beard
silver
on you,
beard.
then we'll trust you.
yeah, but it's like you're not gonna have you know Geralt type of like responses to people. Like how he's sort of
Emotionless. Oh, like, oh
emotional.
yeah, they have no, they're not capable of love or capable of feeling or something like that. They don't get emotional about
Yeah,
shit, and women tend to get emotional about everything and that sort of thing. But still, also, she's a young girl, or she was a young girl, and prone to making mistakes and, trying to prove herself and,
yeah,
doing things that she's not ready to do yet. Stuff like that.
yeah,
Like, that would just irk me to play a
Juicy
character like that.
burst.
yeah.
Watching it on a TV show is one thing, but having to play that character, oh my god. Oh my god, I want to put her over my knee and spank her already, because, damn it, grow the fuck up.
Oh, hold up. Easy
Whoa
there. Whoa there.
Is that wrong?
No,
I think that's
I get
correct
it.
to
She
say.
she is
It's not abuse
bratty.
if you learn something.
Yeah.
Yeah, if she's gonna be a little
We
brat, then
know
I don't
that
want
she
to play
is,
as
but I'm
her.
just saying, whoa there. Easy.
No, but I just mean like his attitude and his like snarky comments that he makes.
Yeah.
Like,
Dude.
are we gonna have a character that we'll enjoy? Or is
Female
she gonna
version of
be
that.
like a whiner the entire time, complaining?
Mm. I would like to see her be sophisticated and intelligent and witty.
Yeah,
When people underestimate her because she's a girl, like, what? A female witcher? What the hell?
yeah,
What do you think you can do? And then, instead of getting, snarky or whiny or bitchy or whatever, she's just very matter of fact and witty.
yeah.
Like when you were, when the guys were like, yeah, I was playing with a 5-year-old, and you're like, yeah, douchebag, you just got your ass beat by a 5-year-old. They were trying to dog you because you sounded young,
Yeah.
and then you just, you didn't play into it. You're like, yep, you just got beat by a 5-year-old. Way to go, champ. And then they shut the hell up.
Yeah.
Anyway, you didn't have to get bitchy or whiny or snarky. So I would love to see her be that way.
Yeah.
Sophisticated.
Yeah. And I know I already kind of liked her playstyle more than Geralt's, just from Witcher 3.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I liked being able to zoom around and whatnot. I found her
Okay.
playstyle way more enjoyable. But that's just me.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
I like
I don't really remember it.
fast and zippy. So that's all there really is to say about The Witcher 4 since it's, you know,
Yeah,
being
since we don't know
developed.
anything yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have much to say on it.
We've said a lot
I'm being a
considering.
little hesitant about it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
for sure. I
Yeah.
definitely am not
Cyberpunk.
going to be buying it day one.
They haven't burned
No.
the bridge, but they've started, damaging the shit out of it. And
Yeah.
Like Hod Howard
making me,
and his company.
not as bad. Not as bad. They have not done that yet,
Yeah.
Give them time. They'll make The Witcher 76.
but that's what I'm worried about. I'm worried that they're gonna do that, and then all credibility is just out
Yeah.
the window, and they can screw
That's
off.
the sad part.
Coward.
If they do that, that's
I'd hate to
under
see
the
them
company
do
you
that.
can't trust.
Yeah.
Well,
And
see,
they used
I
to be a
don't
company
know.
you could always
Throw it
trust.
on the pile.
We haven't been kind of keeping up with their, comings and goings business-wise. CD Projekt Red.
Oh,
You
no, I
kind of
haven't.
see like with some of our other topics tonight, where we've seen some of the execs have left, or they either retired or they moved on to something else or whatever, and so you wonder whose hands they're leaving things in, and usually it's investors and more money-minded people,
Mm-hmm.
and not video game-minded people.
Yeah.
And that's where you just get screwed every
Yeah.
time.
You really can't have a
Every
money
freaking
guy
time.
in charge of a gaming studio.
Nope.
You
Have the
really
money guy
have
in
to
charge
have
of
a
the money,
game.
and that's it. Yep.
Make that guy
They-
your accountant. That's what he's
Yeah.
in charge of.
They keep putting these pencil pushers, in charge of design and running the actual studio, and they're
Yeah.
garbage. All they care about is the bottom line. You
Yep.
don't want that guy in charge of creativity, because they're not creative at all.
Yeah.
Except with,
Creatively
money
finding a
laundering
way
and
to make money.
tax evasion. They're creative
Waste a
with,
nickel and dime you out of all your money.
Yeah.
with numbers. Yeah, that's all they're creative about.
Yeah, they're pretty creative with finding a new way to get them
Scam
microtransactions in.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So speaking of microtransactions, uh, Gran Turismo 7, which I can't even remember. I don't know. PS2 was the last time I played like a Gran Turismo game.
I don't think I've ever played a Gran Turismo game.
Really?
Been a
Not
long
even
time.
tried it out?
No. Unless Cow let me try it.
Yeah,
Yeah, see, I figured you played it.
you probably
Cow.
played it there
Yeah,
at
at
least
some
like
point.
once, but it was probably PS2 version, I would imagine. So it was
I
probably
probably just
long.
don't remember that. Yeah, I probably don't remember it too well.
Yeah. So the seventh one came out, and it got good reviews. And
Somehow.
Big.
well, that's because the reviewers, got to play a different version. So they got to play it before it came out, obviously. The reviewers, so they get an early copy. So the game was actually different. And so like getting cars and stuff like that was relatively fair. Like I believe some of them thought that it was still a little difficult, but it wasn't bad. And then the day it came out, they decided to put out an update reducing all the money that you make from races. And I believe increasing the prices of the microtransactions for like the cars and stuff. So
Isn't
basically,
that the one
like,
where you have to buy colors?
No, you don't have to. Well, I think like in-game money, yeah, I think you have to like buy colors and stuff like that. But so the microtransactions on there are basically you buy the in-game currency. It's not like Forza where you just buy car packs and you get the cars. This you have to buy the currency to get cars.
To buy them individually though, or do you get like like packs?
So you're just buying the currency. So like say like you know $10,000 in the game is like $1 in the store, and then you got the $10,000 and you can go buy a car for $10,000, whatever in the game. So basically, they reduced the amount that you make from doing races to drive you towards paying for the microtransactions to just buy the money, because it was taking people so long to earn enough money to get things. Some cars, I believe there's at least a car on there that if you were to spend money, like real money, to try and get, it costs something like $200.
Like, are you being serious?
Yeah.
That's on top of the price of the game.
Yeah, that's on top.
Now
That's
you
what I
need to
had to
spend
ask.
another $200.
It's not a free-to-play game. It is very much a next-gen game, which all next-gen games on PlayStation are $70 already.
No, wow.
So,
PlayStation's trash
yeah,
with that. At least with Xbox games, I can at least play both those versions on different Xboxes.
yeah. So, um, so yeah, they've reduced it, and the game is always online. Even for the single-player modes, you have to be online, and
Really?
yeah, and the servers had gone down for
It's
like
garbage.
over 24 hours. Um, I think it
Almost
was,
48, wasn't it?
yeah, I think it was almost a full 2 days that the servers were down. So you weren't even able to play the game shortly after it had released for 2 days.
So you pay $70, and then for the first 2 days, can't even get on it.
Yeah. It started as server maintenance, and then apparently they just had so many issues with that they had to keep it down. Um, and then a bunch of people started, complaining about all these things. Everybody's complaining about the microtransactions and how long it takes to get
Am I supposed to
the
go?
money. And the always being online, which they refuse to address.
Yeah, that works so well for other games
Mm-hmm.
the
and consoles.
yeah, right.
Like, maybe if we don't address it at all, the problem will just go away. People will just
Just
get used to
ignore
it
it.
and be like, well, that's just the
Then
way
they'll
it
accept
is.
it. Yeah.
They'll accept it and just ignore it.
I mean, that's what happened with loot boxes.
Yeah,
We
that's true.
eventually just accepted it.
Yeah, accepted it as normal.
Yeah. So that's what they're hoping for, of course. But then they came out with a thing saying uh, the reason that they reduced the price and they're doing the things that they're doing is because they want people to enjoy lots of cars and races, which literally makes no sense whenever you're lowering
So what they're
amount that
saying
you get.
is they want you to spend more money on the microtransactions than the actual game.
Yes.
Yeah.
They want to give you more opportunities to drive more cars by spending more of your money to do it. Not that they're going to give
That's
you
where
the
they
money
make most of their
in-game.
money from.
Yeah, exactly. So they're being somewhat transparent if you're paying attention. If you're actually listening to
That's
what they're
not a
saying.
good kind of transparency, though.
It's not.
Yeah.
Well, because most people are kind of herp-a-derp and don't really hear what they're saying.
Yeah.
Even though they're saying it, they're just being completely blatant about it.
but then they also want the cars to be priced more realistically, like to the real world counterpart, which is
Impossible to attain.
yeah. So they want you to enjoy lots of cars, but then they also want it to be realistic, in which most
They
people
don't want to give
can't
you the
enjoy
means to
lots
do
of
it.
cars because they can't afford the
Right.
Lamborghini, Ferrari.
In real life.
Yeah. So in their little PR thing that's supposed to be helping them out, they're contradicting themselves completely. Um, and yeah, I'm wondering how they think that this was going to go because their competition, even though it's on a separate platform, their competition I would think is Forza, right? Like,
Yeah.
you would have to sort of compete
That's where the
with
bar
that
is set.
because you're
Yeah.
competing for the racing fans. The racing fans are going to go to whichever car game has the best cars or racing or whatever simulation.
I mean, just because it's their exclusive doesn't mean that's the only game out there.
Yeah. So, and plus those aren't even the only two car games. You got the dirt games, you got the grid games. Like,
They still make those?
yeah.
Yes. I think they just made a new one, didn't they? Not that long ago?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not 100% sure. So,
I didn't even know they still
although,
made them.
I believe Grid on Twitter was making fun of Gran Turismo situation there. Saying, like, something like you can play Grid, like while the servers were down, they were like, oh yeah, you can actually play Grid right now. And it works.
And it works.
So,
Is it as much fun? I don't know.
who
Is it
knows?
as graphically pleasing? I don't know.
Who knows?
But it works.
But it
You can
works.
play
It's
it. It's
playable.
playable.
Is that what they're
Which is more
calling it
than you can
now?
say for most games.
Yeah, yep.
Is that what you call it, though? I don't call that playable.
Well,
And again, that's
the
what...
Grid games, I don't know. I mean, as far as I know, they're playable. I haven't heard any complaints
I
about
don't think
that.
I've ever played.
Oh, you're talking about Grid. I thought you were talking about fucking...
No, this was
Gran
Grid
Turismo.
making fun of Gran Turismo by saying that their game is actually Grid is actually playable because Gran Turismo.
Okay. I don't know much about Grid, so I can't really weigh in on that one. Never really
I
played
haven't
those
heard any
games.
complaints, so I'll say there are.
Yeah, no news is good news. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
We'll just say it's good and just kind of leave it at that. It's better
good
than what
enough.
Gran Turismo's trying to do.
Yeah, at least they're not getting bad publicity. They're getting
Yeah.
no publicity. I guess that's good. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm sure they're doing all right. But, you've got all these different racing games as competition. You think you'd want to actually compete with them,
Mm-hmm.
but that's not what they're doing. It's like they're shooting themselves.
Yeah, they're just doing whatever the fuck. They don't care.
Yeah.
They're like, we're in it for the money now. We don't even care if it's good. We don't care if you like it. We don't care at all.
Yeah.
They
Because they know
obviously don't
people
care
will
about
still
their
buy
game.
it.
Yeah, that's what the
Yeah.
kicker.
For the
diehard
name alone.
fans. Yeah.
Which
They're really not paying for the game. They're paying for the name.
yeah, pretty much. That's what
Well, that's
a
what
lot
Chicken
of
and I
games
were
now
talking
do.
about. Yeah, we were talking about that the other day, where people just get so glued and fixated to a brand or a name and don't care about
And I can
actual quality.
confirm that's how that works, because I was like that for a bit.
Well, people
for,
get
Yeah,
attached
I
to
mean, we
like
were all like
I
that
only
for
wear
a bit.
Nikes. I only wear Abercrombie and Fitch or this, that, or the other. Or I only drive Fords. I don't drive anything else. You still need to kind of pay attention. What may have been good at one time may not be good anymore because they do, management changes hands and
Yeah.
The talent comes and goes, and
Mhm.
it may not be as good as it was that time, and
Yeah.
it's not always going to be the best out there. So broaden your
Mhm.
horizons a bit, and don't get stuck on that. And demand better. When they fuck up, let them know they fucked up, and make
Yeah.
them do better. If you want to keep that brand, if that's your favorite thing, then stick it to them. When they screw up, let them know they screwed up.
Yeah. For sure. Which I guess we can just jump into that topic. Although I do want to say just real quick that Gran Turismo
Great
does
segues.
have a lower user score than Battlefield 2042,
That's pretty bad.
which is bad, especially
What is
since
it? Do you know what it
technically
is?
Gran Turismo is a complete game. I mean, it's got crappy monetization and all that, but it is playable compared to Battlefield 2042.
We're still talking about that game? I thought we just let that game die where
We're
it belongs.
comparing. When you're hitting rock bottom and you're doing that bad, you get compared to that.
Yeah, whenever you're
I'd
getting
rather let that
compared
game
to
just
that
die.
It's just for comparison's
garbage
sake.
game,
Yeah,
you know
it's
you've
just
messed up.
funny. It's for comedy.
Yeah. So Gran
That's the
Turismo,
joke.
I think it's gone up by like 0.1, so it's at a 1.7 user score.
Ooh, it
Um,
went up for some
Battlefield is
reason.
like a 2 point something, 2.6 or something like
Is that up from
that.
whatever?
Oh, definitely
I'm sorry, we're not discussing Battlefield, right?
not. No, I don't think Battlefield will ever go up from
Yeah, I can imagine.
that. But yeah, so let's talk about some fan bases, which I really wanted to talk about because I was watching people talk about the Halo TV series, saying that they weren't enjoying it, and watching people defend it by saying it wasn't made for Halo fans. And then
Hmm.
me questioning, how can a Halo TV series not be made for Halo
Why would you call it Halo then? Why
fans?
not just make up whatever the
And
fuck and
why
call it
would you
whatever the fuck?
defend it as a Halo fan for
Like, you
not
know what
being
this
made
TV
for
show
Halo
reminds me of?
fans?
It reminds me of Halo a little bit, but it's not called Halo, so obviously, you can't expect it to be Halo.
Yeah,
But it really reminds me of Halo.
yeah. So,
Okay.
like what you were talking about earlier, where it was like, you know, we I think we all used to be like that, where there were things that we were such huge fans of that we would buy stuff from every
Just
time.
because
I
of the
mean, that's
name.
why we bought Destiny, was because Bungie's name was tied to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Right. Yeah, we're like, oh, it's made by Bungie. It's bound to be good. I mean, they
at
did
some point
Halo, so.
we've all been fans of something. I mean, I freaking
Mm-hmm.
buy FromSoft games because it's FromSoft.
Mm-hmm.
I, I used to buy
You have
Fallout
that
games
expectation. Yep.
Yeah.
until 76 ruined that.
So I mean, we've all been there. We've all been fans of things and fallen out of it. Um, but I don't know what makes people like what makes you a fan of whatever,
Of what?
of just games or whatever it is. Like what makes you a fan of
Sorry, I'm a little in and out right now.
Like, I pretty much love anything like Sam Raimi. Like, everything Sam Raimi does is just great.
it? Yeah.
Yeah. Like he did Xena, I think, and Hercules,
Mhm.
the Army of Darkness, and
Yeah.
Evil
They're making
Dead
a game about the Army of
movies.
Darkness, speaking of that.
Oh
Or
yeah,
Army Dead. Evil Dead, I mean.
Mhm.
Ash versus Evil Dead.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't trust it.
Just everything he does is amazing, and and speaking of like the Halo series, it had Steven Spielberg's name tied to it. I don't know how much involvement he had in it.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like much because if it's
Yeah.
not that
I
good, I can't
don't
imagine
think
that
it
he
was much.
yeah, that he actually produced it
Yeah.
or directed it. Like I don't know what he did. and except I'm like, well, maybe he was just grooming somebody.
Yeah.
But they still don't have his vision. Because if Steven Spielberg was actually running the show, I feel like it would have been amazing. Like it just would
Yeah.
have been done
Do you
so
think
well.
he
Like
would have
he would do his
actually
research.
played a Halo game?
I think he would have done some research into it. I don't
Yeah.
know if he would have actually picked up a controller and tried to play, but he would have watched people playing. He would have watched fans and the excitement that they get. The
Yeah.
childlike excitement, because that's the way his movies were. They were, like childhood imagination type stuff,
Mhm.
where you're thinking outside the box. You're thinking, further than most adults can think.
Yeah.
And he was just really good at bringing that alive on the screen. So I think he would have done that for the series. He would have researched the game enough
Mhm.
and researched the fans of the game
Yeah.
so that he made sure he got it right. Because it's not his vision, it's not his baby.
Yeah.
But I feel like he would have done his due diligence.
Mhm. Yeah. At least do a little bit of research. Like he doesn't have to go over like the entire lore because it's just spread so wide
I
now.
mean, it's
It's
Halo. I mean, you
it's
read the
got
comics
comics, it's
or.
got books,
Yeah.
it's got the games, it's got the different like different little TV series that they've already made for it. But at least
Which is really good.
have something, right? The first series that they did, like that's what they should have continued from. Instead of trying to make this
Yes.
new thing and it's a split timeline and they're gonna do their own thing. That's
Then call it something else.
yeah, yeah,
You gotta call it something else. It could be related to the Halo theme, but don't call it Halo if
yeah,
it's not Halo. It's technically something else. Don't don't try to hook me in on something that doesn't make sense.
yeah.
It should be
So
able to stand on its own merits
what?
and not be exploiting the name.
Yeah. So what makes you a fan of like the Sam Raimi? Like, what is it about Sam Raimi stuff that makes you a fan?
Um, One, he's very imaginative and playful too. He's got like the childlike imagination where it's serious stuff, serious or scary, like the Evil Dead stuff where it's like spooky scary stuff, but it's
Mhm.
done with a comedic flair where it's like, it's life and death, end of world stuff, but it's
Yeah.
funny. It's done in a very humorous way.
Yeah.
And he's just got a great vision. When I don't know who he like how much involvement he has in like the casting, but he just picks like the best people to play the characters. Just the way he envisions things is just perfect, and
Yeah.
everything is super entertaining. And no matter how it's goofy and funny and silly, but it's good. It's really good. I mean, it has me rewatching. They're cult classics. They're all cult classics for a reason.
Okay. So you would say what makes you a fan of, not just Sam Raimi, but other people's
But like
other
Steven Spielberg,
things is that like it's somebody that has a vision. Like that's why you become a fan of their
a
work is
childlike
because they
vision.
have a childlike
Yeah,
vision.
yeah. It takes you back to your childhood, and if you remember, well, you're not terribly old, but like for me, just thinking back, to how much I daydreamed as a kid,
Yeah.
and how much I enjoyed daydreaming about
Mhm.
just whatever, just the
Yeah.
possibilities of things, and how open my mind was, and how they're able to still do that as grown adults
Mhm.
and still be able to capture that vision on screen and bring it to people who have forgotten. You
Yeah.
know, like yeah, as
Okay.
a kid watching like E.T. or Goonies or any of that, I saw it through my my kid eyes, but then I know like my mom and other adults that watched those movies, it meant something to them as well. It kind of brought them back to their childhood a
Yeah.
little bit, and they enjoyed the movies as much as I did, but from a different perspective.
Okay.
So I have a lot of respect for those guys
Yeah.
that can do that. And they're so good, and I would pretty much follow them anywhere. But goddamn, you fucked me over one time, and
All it takes is
it's
once,
all
huh?
over. And all it takes is once. God damn it, Bethesda and freaking CD Projekt Red and Bungie. You screw me over
Well,
once,
that
and you
answers
can
that question at the bottom
handle.
of when do you stop being a fan? Apparently, it's after one mistake.
Well, no, it didn't used to be that way. It used to be like, well, okay, well, you screwed me a little bit, but let's see if you can turn it around. And more, they stopped even bothering trying to turn it around. They're like, well, we've lost another one, but screw it, we'll get a new one to replace her, who
Yeah.
cares? We'll get some, little nitwit kid that doesn't know any better, doesn't know when they're being screwed, because they've never had it any better. And I'm like, no, I've had it better, so I know
Yeah.
you can do better. I'm not going to settle for this crap. But this little, newbie 12-year-old that doesn't tell the difference between good and bad thinks it's great.
Yeah.
And is going to beg mommy and daddy to, spend the money on your garbage
Yeah.
just for the name. Now I'm at that point where I've been screwed over so many times. Yeah, I know, I'm jaded.
Yeah.
Pretty jaded.
Very.
I'm completely lost where the conversation has gone.
We are discussing what makes a fan a fan. You really got to look at the outline.
I did, but
To,
you keep going on tangents here. I'm
understand
trying to
why.
focus on one thing.
Fandom and what makes a fan and what keeps them hooked on something and what it
I
takes
know
to
that's
lose a
what we were
fan.
talking about, but I didn't know who you've been talking about. And you've been
Oh,
talking about multiple
well,
people.
I mean, that was the
The
that was
example.
the order of events.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was listening. I just didn't know what. There was a specific method to the madness. That's why I ask.
Oh, was it madness? Was I just going off on tangents?
No.
I do have that
I just,
tendency.
I was asking. You know me.
I have no idea what you
Continue,
mean,
though.
honestly.
So, anything
Method.
else, Tracy?
Method? You know
No,
what method to the madness
let's
is?
not. Let's stop the madness.
All
It's
right.
not madness.
Let's get
Method to
back
madness
on
means
track.
what's the order of operation?
If we're not on track, let's get back on track.
What's your methodology behind
Somebody
this
hold
analogy?
my hand and lead me back to the track. I don't know where it is. I thought I was on it, but
All right.
You are on the track.
Ghost. What makes you a fan of whatever?
Like, do you want a specific example?
like you're a diehard
Sure.
Destiny fan. You'll buy all DLCs
That is
no
not.
matter how many
That's
times
not
they
Die
rape
Hard.
you and
That's more
screw you.
Stockholm syndrome than Die Hard.
Oh, is it?
Yes, the point it's Stockholm syndrome. I love it and I hate it beyond measure.
You need therapy.
12-step
Hey,
program.
I've never been playing it as much recently.
Support group.
Let me help you uninstall the game.
Yeah, right.
I don't. If I heard to reinstall that game, I don't want to. That game's fucking really
Well,
large.
there you go.
See, there you go. That's the
Connection
fix.
broken. Yep, you're cured.
All right.
I don't want to reinstall any of my big games. It takes too long to download my slow-ass internet. But I'll give you a better example of Fallout.
Okay, what makes you a fan of Fallout?
What made me a fan of Fallout?
Mm.
It was the storylines and just the overall general gameplay. I like the 50s sci-fi appeal that it had.
Okay. And is it just the 50s that you like about it?
No, it's just the general aesthetic of the game. I like how the sci-fi and the 50s aesthetic kind of mixed together to make something weirdly unique.
Okay, so
like the
you like to have that blend, that unique blend of things.
the blend of the inspirations of the game.
The creativity of being able to take these two different things that normally wouldn't really go together.
Yeah, and how they weirdly merge together in a way.
Yeah.
They work.
Okay.
I really like the game since the one I enjoyed. Didn't really play much the first two Fallouts. I like Fallout 3. I liked Fallout New Vegas. I liked Fallout 4. Then, of course, we went over that previously.
Yeah.
The train wreck that was Fallout 76 kind of killed that.
And so that one screw up was enough to make you not be a Bethesda fan.
Yeah.
You just turn your back on Bethesda and say, "Screw you guys! I'll never trust you again."
Yeah, it's because they're nickel. They just pretty much just nickeled and dimed me. I was actually really excited for the game. They made it sound like it was this grand flair, but it really wasn't. It was uninspired, buggy, boring. No story, no NPCs.
Just an unfinished product.
Yes.
Completely unfinished. Yeah. Barely functioning.
Didn't listen to what the player base wanted. Yeah. It takes a real monumental screw up to make me hate a game that much.
I hate an entire studio. Do you just hate the Fallout series?
Oh, I hate the studio. I hate the studio, but I hated the studio before because I didn't like Todd Howard. Howard. My bad. Toward.
The coward.
Or Pete Hines. All this stuff with Fallout 76 is kind of tarnished any respect I had for the game series itself.
So you were never like really a Bethesda fan. You were just a Fallout.
No, I was a fan of the Fallout.
Okay.
Mainly what
so
Obsidian
like if
did
they come out with like another like
I mean, if
Skyrim or
no, fuck those games. I didn't like those games. I wasn't a fan of Elder Scrolls at all. I said Elden Ring, but Elder Scrolls. The series itself was never my thing.
Yeah. Me neither.
Well, they're not bad games. They just weren't my thing.
Yeah. You just didn't like the...
Like, Oblivion was a good game, but I was
style.
never a big fan of the fantasy.
Yeah.
But, no, that's about... It was just the series itself. I mean, if Obsidian helms the game, another version of New Vegas, I might be able to at least somewhat try to get back into the series. But it would take them doing it, not Bethesda.
Okay. Makes sense.
I guess the simple way of putting it. What makes it... I became a fan just because I like the games, but they kind of royally screwed up the game itself really badly with what they did with 76.
Yeah.
I don't know if that really feeds into what we were talking about.
Well, yeah, just basically, you were a diehard fan, and pretty much any Fallout game that they put out, like you'd buy into it, and that's how they suckered you into 76. Is because they were like, just based on the name, and then you, of course, immediately regret it. But you will never just
couldn't get a refund, so
just blindly buy another Bethesda game or another Fallout
game. No, I will never do
game.
that again.
Yeah.
Never do another pre-order.
I think the only Fallout game I blindly bought was New Vegas. I bought it again on PC. I didn't have all the DLCs on Xbox. So it was worth it.
Well, that's not really blindly buying it, because you played it before.
Yes, it's not blind. I knew what I wanted.
Yeah.
I know what I wanted. But
yeah, it was made by a different studio. It's under the Fallout name, but it
was actually... I mean, the landscape itself was kind of dull and drab, but at least the gameplay and the story and the choices and all that kind of really were good.
Yeah.
I felt the gameplay was inspired and not creation engine inspired.
Yeah.
Which I really wish they would just use Unreal 5.
Yeah.
I really wish they would. Because their creation engine is just absolute, utter garbage.
Yeah, they can't compete. Like, at least CD Projekt Red put some real effort into improving theirs, and
at least Cyberpunk wasn't as bad as fucking 76.
Yeah, they didn't hit the mark, but they tried. They put in a good effort.
Or at least weren't God rays coming through the fucking ground.
Right, but Bethesda didn't put in any effort. They were just talking a good game.
They were selling the game based off the name itself.
Yeah, They knew their engine was crap. They knew it couldn't do what they said it
Without
could
listening,
do.
yeah, they didn't listen to what people actually wanted. They just put out what they thought people would like.
Yeah.
No, that coward knew the entire time he was.
No, he knew what he
His
did.
mouth was
Mhm.
spewing out the diarrhea.
Yep.
I don't like Pete
He was
Hines
lying through
or
his teeth.
Coward.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what made me a fan for a while until it was just of the series, not of the whole company.
Okay.
So that one screw up was enough to make you just ditch them altogether. Say screw you.
Yeah, there was
From here on out.
no way I will associate with that company unless they earned my money.
Have you always been this way, where it just takes the one screw up to make you turn your back?
No.
See, that's
can-
kind of my point. Is I didn't used to be that way, but because all these studios are doing the same thing. They're doing the nickel and dime. They're trying to push the NFTs. They're trying to push the microtransactions. They're trying to increase the cost of the game, even though there's no increased cost in production. Um, yeah, they're all just money grubbing assholes, and so I have absolutely no trust in them at all.
Took a lot of screw ups
So
at
you,
fucking Konami for me not to like them anymore.
yeah, I mean, you fuck up once now, and it's like, no, you're out. I'll never buy your crap again. You can suck it.
Yeah, and now
Yeah.
There'll be plenty of other chumps out there that'll do
you
it,
do
but
the urgent.
you're just not gonna get my money.
I don't know. It's up to y'all.
Is there an urgent?
Yeah.
It's the Dark Falls one.
Oh, I didn't even know. Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah.
What else?
But
Yeah, let's do
that's
something
about.
different.
What is your opinion on it, Chicken? I think none of you've had your chance to say it yet. What
Um.
makes you a fan,
So yeah.
and what could change it?
I am a fan of the leadership sticking with their goals and their morals. Um. Like FromSoft. Hidetaka Miyazaki doesn't give in to people wanting easy modes. They don't develop their game around what these other people want. They make the game
They're,
that they want to make. You know, it's
yeah, it's for
their
their
vision.
audience.
Yeah, they want to create their vision, not your vision. You know, um, and I really like that about that studio and other studios. Gearbox. They make the the wild, off the rails games that they want to make. They don't make just whatever's trendy or whatever
Mm-hmm.
will make them the most money. They just
You go to
make
town.
what they want, and that's what I
Yeah.
really like about
They make
them.
what they think would be fun,
Yeah,
which is
whatever they
usually
think would
what
be
would be
enjoyed.
fun to the rest of us.
Yeah, I mean, because most likely other people will find it fun. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Um. So yeah, that's what makes me a fan of whatever it happens to be in films or games, whatever. Is that people stick to their vision and what they want their creation to be. I don't like sellouts, people that follow trends. I'm very much a person that doesn't follow trends. I don't do.
Mm-hmm.
Most people my age have Instagram and Snapchat and
I think I have an
TikTok.
Instagram just to talk to my friends. Like that's all I use it for.
I have an Instagram that I don't ever use, but I'm not those trendy people. I'm not using the face filters, taking selfies every 5 seconds.
Oh fuck no, that's cringy.
Right.
I don't really do the memes and things like that that are super popular with people and all that. I like originality. um, and I mean, for as when I stopped being a fan, um, it depends, right? Like, it can be either when you really try to screw me over, you know, or if you've sort of just lost your way. You know, you are giving into those trends and doing the same thing that everybody else is doing.
If you start to become unoriginal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then you're just like everybody else, and I don't care. You know, you blend in with the crowd, and I'm not gonna even look your way. You know.
Yeah.
I want to see the guy with like the crazy outfit riding a unicycle, juggling flaming chainsaws. You know.
Unless everybody starts doing it,
Unless
and then you don't
everybody
care about
starts
it
doing
anymore. Yeah.
it.
We're
That's
all
a
gonna
very
start doing it.
specific example.
I was just trying to come up with something crazy. But
Well, I like.
But original.
I didn't say
Something
anything wrong with the
original.
specific example. I was just saying that's a very specific answer.
yeah.
4 more minutes to the pin starts.
Yeah, so whenever you stop doing that and you start chasing the trends and chasing the money and all that, that's whenever I stop being a fan, you know? And, you know, sometimes it's not always just from one thing, you know? Like, sometimes, if it's, say it's something new, you know, like, say Gearbox wanted to go and make a Battle Royale, you know? Like, that is very unoriginal.
Ew.
But, you know, I wouldn't go and immediately be like,
Battle Royales are the future.
you're right. I wouldn't immediately go and be like, oh, I'm never going to play any other games. You know? But if they...
Would you immediately go check out the game, though?
I would take a look at it, and I would probably download it, play it a little bit, and be like, yep, it's a Battle Royale, and then never touch it again.
Didn't do anything different from any of the other battle royales. It's just another
Yeah.
battle royale.
Which, to be fair, I think they could make the coolest Battle Royale, just because they have the randomization of loot and whatnot. They would have like this huge variety of things, but I don't think they should go and make a Battle Royale just because of
No,
that.
they don't.
They would put their spin on it.
Yeah.
The only thing close to the Battle Royale they made that I liked is just the DLC for Borderlands 3. You know, it wasn't really a Battle Royale.
Yeah.
It's close to I want them to get to it.
Yeah. But, you know, like, that just wouldn't be a thing for me, right? Like, I'm sure some people would love it, but it wouldn't be my thing. I wouldn't, you know, I would never hold that against a company of making something that I'm just not into, you know?
Right.
Oh, I need to go to Central Alio.
And for those cases, it would be, you know, how scummy are they being with monetization?
What are they really trying to do here?
Yeah.
Are they trying to get into the battle royale scene, or are they just trying to make some money off this?
Yeah, is it
this
just
meal ticket?
a quick, you know, cash in? So yeah, that's what would make me drop them, is if they start being really scummy and they lose their way and they stop trying to be creative and they just copy and paste everything over and over again. You know, that's why we sort of fell out of Call of Duty. You know, I used to love playing Call of Duty, played it all the time, and then, you know, I fell out of it because it became just this copy and paste and money grabbing.
Yep.
I was just done with it, you know. And this is somebody that, you know, went to midnight launches and, you know, played so many hours of MW2.
Yeah, I got so excited.
Yeah.
Excited to see that new thing coming out. Wanted to get it like immediately. Let's go to the midnight launch and then
She's
take
not
the next
here.
day off of work or school. And...
Yeah.
No. Oops. I canceled matchmaking.
We can quit and rejoin each other.
Yeah, let's do that.
But yeah, I don't know if I had anything else to say on that or not. So let's see. Um, so there's a lot of blind fan bases, right, where people refuse to acknowledge things.
Yeah, blind admiration.
And
Or
I mean,
adoration.
obviously, I think the answer is obvious, but are you allowed to criticize or even dislike a product as a fan?
Yes.
Are you allowed? I
Yeah,
think it's your job.
because there's so many blind fan bases that are like, you're not allowed to dislike this if you're a fan.
Yeah, true
You
fan
should
would
have.
never turn their back on it.
Yeah,
Okay.
No, a true fan would not be blinded by it.
that's
Well, you know, like
my point, is that a true fan would criticize and
think
would
about
want
like sports teams. You know, you're a diehard Cowboys fan, or Chargers fan, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like they tell you, well, you only like the team when they're winning, and you're a fake if you ever turn your back on them.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, well, no, I expect them to do better. Like, hey, you want my support? You better put in the effort to do better and to be winning some games and getting me excited to come see you.
Yeah.
Otherwise, what's the friggin' point?
Right.
So I think there's some of
I'm in
that
7 again.
mentality there,
Okay.
where you're kind of shamed into it, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, you should be able to. If you're a true fan, you should point out when they do something scummy.
I
You
think
shouldn't
it's your
just say
job
Yeah.
because you know when they've
blindly.
done the best, and you know where that bar is set.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the
When they
moment you
were
get rid of
good.
that bar for yourself, for what you
Mhm.
enjoy of it, that's where you truly aren't a fan anymore.
Yeah.
You're
Right.
just blinded.
If you just blindly follow them, off a cliff or whatever.
Because you like what they do. You don't really pay attention to what they do, though.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just a fan of the name or whatever it happens to be, They're not actually a fan of what they're doing.
Alright, let's go.
Right. If I'm a diehard, some whatever Spurs fan, some sports team fan or whatever, when they're not doing well, I'll
Sports
let them know. Hey,
team.
that was hey guys, hey sports team, try harder. Let's get our shit together and let's win some games. Let's make this exciting because I'm spending the money to come see you, or I'm spending my time,
Yeah.
to watch you and support you and cheer you on, and then you're flopping. Do better.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you want me to continue to support you, then do better. Figure
Yeah.
it out. Whatever the issue is, fucking figure it out and let's do better. That's it.
Yeah.
It's not that you're just gonna blindly follow them no matter what they do.
Yeah. Alright, Trixie, let's go to Central real quick so we can start the thing.
All right.
But
Yeah.
that's why you should never. That's why you don't really get into the fandoms of it, because that's where you meet the people who are blinded by the name.
Yeah. I mean, I see a lot of blind fan bases where they
Oh,
dog
that's
on
one of
you
them.
for wanting better for even them. You want the game to be
Oh
better,
man,
not just
I
for
think I got kicked
yourself.
out.
But also for the people that are dogging you for criticizing them.
Yep.
Trying to make it better for everyone.
Right. Yeah, you shouldn't be getting any flack for that. Like if you're fine with mediocrity,
Oh yeah, she's
then
dying here.
go do you over there in the corner. But I
Yeah.
won't settle for it.
Back out again.
I don't know. I just have higher expectations. They're just rarely ever met.
I see what you're doing
And when
there.
they are, I like to show my support. I like to be like,
I'll let
you're standing
you
out above the
host
crowd.
the party. Chicken.
Alright.
But yeah, that's why fandoms themselves are just toxic and terrible. Those people are all just blinded by the name.
Yeah. And I think that makes you not a real fan.
No,
Yeah. Agreed.
you're a follower to be exact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a
You're not a
freaking
fan.
groupie. You're not a fan. You're a groupie.
Which is the
Am I
worst.
joining you guys or what?
Yeah. We're loading back in. Or I'm loading back in.
I'm in Alio 7. It's
Hi.
pretty full. There's room. There's room for both you guys, but
Okay. So, is there any other things that y'all want to talk about as far as fan bases go?
Not really. We kind of already spoke on everything I had to say.
no, I just think it's just a human thing. It's something that's been done forever. I mean, like I said, when I was a kid, we didn't have video games to get hooked on.
Hold on.
It was clothing or cars or a certain style of this, that, or the other where like it had to be I only drink Dr. Pepper or I only eat Snickers, whatever the issue is, or I only buy this brand of bread or something. um
Yeah.
I think it's just the way people are, and I don't think there's really a fix for it, but it does kind of bring quality down
Yeah.
when you do that. Your expectations are lowered because you're going to follow them off the cliff. You're just going to follow them off the cliff and go down fighting and screaming, saying, "Oh no, they're the best! They're the best! Yes, I realize I'm falling,
Yeah.
but they're still the best."
For sure.
It's
Oh.
just weird.
God dang it.
What happened?
You went to Central Alien.
Oh, my bad. Maybe that's where I'm fucking up. Okay, well, you guys just go do your thing, I guess. It's fine.
Alright. That's a
So
chicken now.
is there anything else y'all have to say about anything? Any other topics y'all want to talk about?
No, I thought we had more to talk about. I thought we had another topic or something. It's not.
Nope. That would have been the Tiny Tina thoughts, but we pretty much already did that, so.
We did that
Yeah.
first. We went past.
Yeah.
Yeah, you two are the ones who had an opinion on it, so
Yeah.
I got that one. That's cool.
Even though it made for good segues into the rest of the stuff. I don't know.
Can't say.
Yeah, I mean, we're an hour and almost 40 minutes. So,
I mean, I got nothing else to talk about for 20 minutes, so we might as well just.
yeah, we can wrap it up here. Thanks for watching,
Listening.
listening,
Sticking
whatever you
around.
happen to be doing.
Alright.
Remember to like, subscribe, ding the dong,
Follow and
Comment.
obey.
follow and obey.
Make suggestions on what you would like us to cover next. You want to hear our thoughts and opinions? Probably not. I can't imagine.
Yeah,
I
we are
mean,
open
someone
to
might.
suggestions.
Nobody gives a crap what we think.
Whatever y'all think about the things that we talked about, feel free to have a discussion to that stuff. You
I want to
know?
hear
Yeah.
your discussion, though. Don't let me see it. We'll
Oh,
catch these
I want to hear
hands.
your discussion. I want to know.
I don't care.
I
You
wanna
discuss
know.
all you want, though. I'm not gonna catch anyone's hands. Do it as
Most
you
won't be paying
will.
attention, but
No, I
Trixie
won't.
will.
Tell us if you disagree with us or if you just hate us or whatever the thing is. Um,
Give us your best shot.
yeah. Alright, we will catch y'all next time. Bye!
Bye.
Bye.